Hello YouTube, Chris here from CC Detecting and Scrapping. Just out cleaning up my yard a bit and thought I'd clean up the yard and do a quick shop update at the same time. But I'll do the outside here first. It's such a beautiful day. It's so awesome to be outside today. First week of November. It's like +6 here. Can't get any better than that. So anyway, here's some things I picked up this summer that I'm going to look at in the spring. I got a bunch of lawnmowers. It's kind of funny, I got 5 lawnmowers here and I still got to borrow my neighbors to cut the grass because none of these work. But anyway, they all have various issues that bent shafts and pieces missing and whatnot. So for me, it's not really worth the time to try and figure out how to fix them. It's just gonna scrap those in the spring. And then we got a couple of bikes there as well. We'll do those in the spring. And then here's my my steel piles. Got some questions for you guys who are experts. Steel rims, do those count as prepared steel or white goods, or how do you classify steel rims? Should I just wait till I get a whole truckload and just take in a box or a pickup truck full of steel rims, or how do I do those? I'm not too sure. And then for this pile here, this is my prepared steel pile. I had a quick question on those as well. Bed frames, it's a bunch of bed frames in here, like the metal. I guess they're just, I can't remember the actual style of them, but they're just metal bed frames. I was told those, when they're cut down to the right size, are also prepared steel, but then I had other people tell me that they weren't. Some of you guys who deal with a lot of steel, if you could just let me know that as well, that'd be awesome. And then here's my pile of white goods or tin steel, or however you want to classify it. It's all the thin stuff. It's kind of, I don't know, some of the stuff I would probably move to the prepared pile, but I don't know, like this workout gear and some of these workout bars, not too sure what to classify those at, so I just throw all those into my white goods for now. And then here's my cast iron pile. I had a bunch of cast iron pipes and whatnot. I even got a couple of old frying pans down there that I took a look to see what they're worth and all that, and they're just not worth anything at all, so they're pretty damaged. But that's, you know, getting a pretty good start to the cast iron collection again. And then over here is my some of my other things. I got some propane tanks I got to look at. This here is a big stainless steel trough, which is pretty cool. It's all cleaned up. I'll take that in, hopefully before the snow flies. And then this here, this is a big aluminum frame off of a treadmill. So that was a pretty good find. And then I got a couple of radiators in there that I'm not sure if we'll get those cleaned up here before winter hits, but then I don't know if the sun's a little bright here, but I got some of these little propane bottles here. Are they worth dealing with, or should I just take those to someplace else, or how do you prepare those? And then I have some condensers down there as well. And then what I use for storage out here is these are the insides of plastic dishwashers. They actually make really good containers if they're cleaned out. I use these ones here for you can see I got my gas can in there. I got my things to change my oil and a couple other fluid containers, washer fluids and things like that. So that's what I use those for. They come in pretty handy. They're nice to, you know, they keep things organized in the yard pretty good. And then a couple more little parts here. I think this is a stainless steel muffler part. I'm not sure. I've got to put a grinder to it. And then I think that's another stainless steel part. And then I can tell you what that was. Another car part. Us computer guys don't deal much with cars in-depthly anyway. So anyway, that's about it for my outside. I'm gonna finish cleaning up on the inside and then take care of that. But one thing I wanted to show you is, years ago, my aunt found a guy who makes these. We call this one Goodyear. It's basically, oh, there's a strange cat in my yard. Anyway, I'm sidetracked easily, I guess. So this is Goodyear. He's our horse. This little guy here, my kids loved growing up with him, and any kid that comes over just loves riding this horse. I'm sure some of you more talented guys could probably make these up pretty good and make some profit off them. They look fairly simple to make. I'm sure it's just a pattern for how to cut the tire out and whatnot, but it's, man, hours of enjoyment for all my kids who were on this, and any kid who came over. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the outside of my yard. Let me go finish cleaning up the inside and get back to you. Oh, I forgot my battery collection here, so I got about 10 batteries I got to take into. I'm just waiting for a buddy to wants me to help him clean out his shop yard, and I think he's got a couple more batteries and whatnot in there, so I'm just waiting to get a good load in. I'll take those to the battery store. Alright, like I said, so let me go in the house, finish cleaning up in there, and get back to you. So my son and I spent a few hours down here today in my basement trying to get things cleaned up. We tried organizing things as much as we could, just so it's easier to scrap. This room that I'm in right now was quite a mess, because we would just, every time we'd get a pickup, we'd just throw a bunch of stuff in here, and then I'd work on it, and then if we get another pickup, we throw more in here, and eventually it got all kind of messed up and not really sorted. It's still not the best, but we did, it's enough now that I can actually get in there and start doing a pretty good job and cleaning out different things at a time. But let's give you a quick tour in here. So there's my pile of vacuum cleaners and whatnot. This is a lot of my computers. I got about 20 towers and 15 desktops, a bunch of, well, I guess 4 broken flat panels, some laptops, a couple of broken microwaves and stereos, things like that. When I had a shop, I had things a lot more organized. However, when it was time to move out of my shop, we threw everything in boxes, and I just haven't had time to go through them all, because, you know, we keep throwing stuff on top of it. It just was more convenient to do the stuff on top than to actually clean things out. So I got a lot of boxes in here that have things that need to be sorted still. So you can see we got a nice little pile of stuff to sort here as well. And back in that corner, I got a lot of printers. I'm not a big fan of printers. Some of them are pretty fun, some of them are annoying, and others, for whatever reason, I just make a big mess with. But it's all good as long as they're having fun. Just keep doing it, I say. And it's legal. Let's clarify that. I do have some boxes. Those are boxes of circuit boards. You can see some back there as well. Just ones I'm going to go through later. This here is some stuff that's already sorted and ready to go to the scrapyard whenever I make a run. Got a couple buckets of stripped copper wire back there, a bucket of insulated wire, and then some sheet aluminum siding and things like that. And then here's another box of sheet aluminum. So all that'll go whenever I make an aluminum run to the scrapyard. And then I have another 3 boxes here of these are mostly TV circuit boards and bigger circuit boards to go through as well. So in this part of the room where I do all the work, you probably remember from the last one, I got more aluminum and more copper now than I had before. I'm going to have to go through that and take a load in here pretty soon. A bucket of brass parts and other copper. And then this is a box of extruded aluminum from windows frames and door frames and things like that. Over here is more stuff to go through. More boxes of things that have just been accumulating that I haven't paid as much attention to as I probably should. Another circuit board box started. A couple of aluminum lawn chairs, and this bad boy of a printer and copier station and all that in one. So I'm going to try and get that out of the way. And then what I did was I moved some stuff out of one corner, moved it into this corner. We got a bunch of golf clubs and whatnot to sort through, but I put a lot of my tools and bins up there, and then I was able to clean up that shelf a little bit. And then here's another one of those plastic dishwashers that we cleaned out, and then we use that for, it was supposed to be just a wire bin, but again, that was one of those ones that we just started filling up when I was moving out of the shop and just didn't have time to clean it up properly. So we'll clean that up and take care of that here, hopefully over the winter. And then got a little pile of extruded aluminum sitting on my desk there. I'm working on that. I want to get that cleaned up and shipped off hopefully here before Christmas. And then there's some steel, white good steel, so not too bad. I took a bunch in a few weeks back, so it's pretty nice pile. Hopefully it doesn't get too much over the winter, and if it does get better, or hopefully the prices get better if I do have to take it in, but probably not. And then again, I have all the buckets that I sort things out into, different coppers and aluminum bins. So part of the reason why we're doing this cleanup down here is because when I had my shop, we set up a place for my son to shoot down here and practice his shooting. However, when we moved out of the shop, I took over the area where he was shooting. So what I did today is I cleaned out a whole bunch of space, and he can now start shooting and practicing his shots again. So hopefully pop a few more goals here this season and it'll be all good. So anyway, that's a quick tour of the shop here for November. It's been a few months since the last video of the tour. We've done quite a bit of organizing, and things should hopefully be able to. Hopefully, I'll be able to scrap them a lot easier with a lot more efficiency. And I want to get rid of some of these bigger items just so I have more room to work on in the shop as well, and move my work desk into better lighted areas and things like that. So anyway, it was a beautiful Saturday. We got a lot done, and it was just a good day spent with my son. It was pretty awesome. So thanks for spending the time watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you soon. Ciao.